No more. All right. Welcome back to another solo dolo with your boy on the Speak of Truth podcast, man. We are here. We live. We are active. Um, and honestly, I say live. I'm capping, right? This episode today is gonna be kind of like a little vent session. So make sure you go like, comment, subscribe. All right, go to 1,000 subscribers. Try and get there because part of what I'm gonna talk about today, like I said, this is gonna be like a vent session. Just like damn, like just if I had more resources to provide, in terms of like how can I better the my direct community, especially with the middle school, like how can I how can I do more, like what else can I do? It's like I'm trying to make sure that the people are taken care of. I'm trying to make sure that I make sure that the impact that people feel when they connect with me, something that they can hold on to, something that they can remember, and they can say that aunt, or I had the people at the school call me Coach Tony, like I want them to feel like what I'm saying, I'm someone that always was there for them and always had the good intentions and everything like that, because that's all I have. Right. I wanted to talk about things for women this month. Obviously, like I said, this is going to be a venting session, and maybe with this venting session, it can kind of put things in perspective for women. For me, I'm not trying to say I'm trying to put myself out there, but just maybe I'm just being more open for y'all, so that now that y'all come on to the show, as y'all want to come on to the show, what I'm saying, that y'all know who y'all sitting down with, who y'all getting into a conversation with. So part of what I'm venting about today, um, just these past few weeks, and even just from this, I had Mia here at the studio. Shout out to Dublin Studios, of course. We in here shooting. But Mia came in here, told me that this is the first time she really seen me, and I look tired. Like I usually do have some like energy to me. Like I like to have a good time. I like to make sure good vibes are all around. But it's like sometimes when I have these conversations, and especially with Cam around, like I feel like I don't like to put myself onto the podium and say that I'm this guy for this reason, or I'm him, or I'm that, like but a lot of the things that I do, humbly I can say, like it puts me into a different life of people, and then like it makes them appreciate me a certain way, and like it's a lot of that, and I say appreciate, and then kind of loosely sometimes too, because I put out a thing on my story this week where it was like, where I said I was thinking about guys, and how we think about carrying the logs, if nobody gonna do it, I gotta do it, right? But how about the times when I just need some water. I'm carrying the logs, but I need some water. You know what I'm saying? I feel like especially for someone like me, I put on a lot of things, right? And I'm giving myself my motivation. I'm telling myself, I'm affirming my love. I'm affirming everything for myself. But there's also days, and I feel it for some of the other hustlers out there sometimes, and I feel like that's where sometimes maybe people fall off from the hustling, because there's days where you're doing so many good things, and there's things that you are doing so well, and you're hearing about it from people from the outside, but internally you're going through some real life shit, like you're going through some stuff, and it's like hearing those compliments, hearing those things sometimes can be like, man, like I don't even know how to accept this, because it's hard. Like it's really hard because of what I went through, before you would even acknowledge me in that way. And that's why I say humbly, like it's been something in my whole life. And I've had some girls, especially when I was younger, they was flirting with me and stuff. They was telling me, why can't you just take a compliment? I'm just like, I mean, but even back then, I just didn't know how to process and really take that in, because I just all I know how to do is to just grind and work, and really just do what I need to do, so that I'm put in a better position, right? I've experienced a lot of things, personally in my life, where I had to mature early. I had to really reflect, not even say reflect. I really had to just take in everything that was happening, and I had to process it at a fast pace, because if I didn't then, when else was I going to do it? And that's why especially it didn't help especially growing up, it didn't help that I kind of looked older than my age too. Like I had people ever since I was young always thinking that I was a couple years older than what I actually am. But and still get it to this day. But you know, I just really had to mature early, man. Like a lot of people my age, you know, no disrespect to anybody, you know, that I just feel like, you know, I'm on a different, like, you know, path, and that's why, you know, I'm trying my best to do the things that I'm doing right now, you know, through the content creation that I'm, you know, accepting and honing, you know, really owning that title, really kind of, and also doing it representing, you know, the area that I'm from too. Like, you know, I'm taking that a lot of pride now. Like, you know, a lot of people from around the way, I appreciate y'all for, you know, accepting me and being someone that, you know, that I can step in front of a camera, use a microphone, and talk some shit to say some things that y'all can grab onto and really say, you know what, now he talking that shit right there. I really appreciate that. Like, y'all don't even know. And, you know, sometimes, like I say, especially sometimes when I may run into some of y'all in public, like, you know, and y'all want to talk about these things, and it's like, man, like, it's I don't even know. Like, I didn't even know it would hit that hard for some people. I didn't even know it was gonna touch you in that way, because I'm just only speaking on experience, and I'm speaking on what I know, and speaking on, you know, things that I feel like are valuable, you know, to just anyone that's in a similar position to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like a lot of people consider me a real one. I'm seeing how, you know, how even now, like, I'm doing things that, you know, a lot of people wouldn't even consider doing nowadays, because, you know, putting myself in a position where I'm working in a school, and, you know, a lot of people nowadays, the generations has had this notion of fuck them kids. Well, it's like, damn, like, all right, if it's fuck them kids until it's yours, then, like, why are we always complaining about certain things, right? Especially for them, right? I'm in a situation where, you know, I'm really having to protect, you know, these children. I've really, like, put myself on the line to protect these children, and, you know, I don't know their parents from a can of paint, for most of them, but it's like the fact that we're in this space together, and we're sharing this space, and you're just someone that's just trying to grow. Literally, you're just growing, and you just all you need is that chance. All you need is the opportunity. And someone like me, I want to make sure that you still have those opportunities. I want to make sure that they have those opportunities to be able to do that, and in a safe environment with someone that, you know, especially, you know, like I said, someone that knows us, that's actually there for them, someone that can connect with them, someone that cares about them, right? I care about the same way I've cared about the kids in my job, right? And honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot, I've acknowledged, and I've taken on, like, damn, like, this is a lot of stress that can come with this, because, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy. You know, nothing can prepare you to, you know, deal with, you know, I let alone, you know, one child, and you know, that may be something that, you know, that you personally brought into your life, right? See, me, I'm dealing with 100 a day. You feel me? Like, spending an hour at a time almost, but some of them I see more than that. So essentially, I just combine 7 hours in a day of me, you know, connecting with the next generation, and I just want to be that person. Want to continue to be that person that, you know, that they've accepted now too. Like, now that they see in real time that is gonna have their back, right? That knows that I can give them value, and whether it's through basketball, whether through, you know, through life, because, you know, I connect with all of them. Almost not gonna say all of them, but most of them. A good chunk of them, right? They understand that once they see me, that, you know, we can kick it in certain ways and talk in certain ways. But I'm always gonna tell you to get your work done. I tell the kids the same thing that I've been telling y'all on the podcast. We gotta get the work done. All right, get the work done first. And, like, through me doing all of this and trying to make a way for myself, right, and really continue to try to lay down these bricks and stacking these bricks, trust me, like, it's nothing about this is going to be easy breezy, and I know that. So, especially when people may think that I'm doing so many great things, like, just believe me when I say that it gets hard, right? It gets so hard, because you see that especially for me, I see that there's not too many people. It's not too much going on with this type of energy. And I have to continue to sustain this energy. I have to continue to bring on this, you know, I like to call them different cats, but either way, it's the same thing, where I have to be the same, you know, not the same kind of, I'm gonna say the same version of myself. I'm bringing out different versions of myself, but I have to have the same sentiment of how I carry myself in these versions. And like I said, like, that gets hard, it gets tiring. I'm having to try, you know, it gets having to try to connect the conversation to, you know, at some point building a podcast out to do and have presented for y'all, or if it's me, trying to connect with society now and trying to bring people out into the club and have fun again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's part of what I'm also going to talk about with that. As I segue, because a lot of what like I said, just the things that I want to create, I want to come with pure, genuine love, genuine, just I just want to have that real feel of like, we got a community of people that can really look out for each other, really, and take care of each other and have fun together, right? That's part of what I want to bring up back into the vibes of society. Maybe it may not, they got vibes for all different kinds of things, right? I'm gonna be in there March 16th. And, I really want y'all to pop out there, the people that's been out there working hard, right? People that's been, struggling, people, and even if like whatever your situation is, because I know that first quarter, especially, like, it can be a grind, right? The first quarter is coming to an end, and it can be a grind. Excuse me, right? My college kids, y'all on spring break. Y'all coming back on spring break. If you're old enough, go to the club, come have fun in society. I'm sure y'all a good time, because no matter how old you are, especially in there, man, I've done 2 birthday parties in there, and it's been a great time, right? And not because, I had people in there spending money, flexing, or none of that. Like, the vibes were really there, and if you felt like, we was real life partying, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, because of all the work that we do sometimes, right? We might want to, because of all the work that we do, I know that sometimes we think about, man, I just need a break, or I just need to relax. I need a night off. I need to do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, next Saturday, March 16th, like I said, man, this can be a night off. Come have fun with me. It's going to be free before 11, right? I'm trying to work with the people now. Shout out to my man, Dom. I'm trying to work with the people on trying to, make sure we got some things in there set up for, for everybody, right? That wants to come out and have a great time, man. That everybody's going to be out. Just sign it on the Eventbrite so you can get them free before 11. And like I said, maybe late night happy hour, certain drinks could have specials and stuff like that. Just stay tuned for the details. There's more details coming once the flyer comes out. But we've locked it in now on March 16th. I'm definitely trying to have a good time. With some good folks, man. Really celebrate some good progress, right? Some good progressions. That's what we call them here. Good progressions. You know what I'm saying? It is growing pains too, because as I see myself, progressing. Right, it's a lot of things that this is for a lot of people too. That as you're going through your phases of trying to grind and work, like, there's gonna be a lot of things that are just gonna shed off. The dead weight's gonna shed off, or it's gonna present how you don't even need it in your life anymore, right? And it can be a situation where you have love for whatever it is, but you can't let that be a crutch, or you can't let anything like that hold you back from doing things that you need to do to take care of yourself and make sure that you need to make sure you grow, right? I've been talking to a lot, especially with a student that I've had lately, man, just on how can they shake back from whatever's been stressing them out, right? Relying on influences of your friends or what you may see online, right? Especially that's what goes on nowadays, right? Having those things around you, like, that don't bring value to you, and it's not going to help you shake back, right? You only bring value to some of these spaces. Maybe you only bring value to some of these spaces, when you're in this low point of your life, right? And it's not even you bringing value. You think that you're, how can I put this, man? Like, you think that that's valuable to you. That's what I should say, right? And you feel like that's what's going to help bring you back to yourself, when really it's not. That self-work that you really taking your space and really taking the time to say, what, I gotta do some inner work, right? The goal in life, I feel like everybody wants to have, is peace, right? How can you find your own peace if you're trying to seek your own peace in other people or in something else, right? You have to take that time with yourself to find that peace, and it's a battle. It's hard. It's tough, right? You're gonna have to, like I said, really evaluate what's going on around you, to see what needs to hold, what needs to be cut off, right? There's a lot of things that you like I said, you're gonna have love for, right? And I don't want you to feel like there's no value in the things that you may have love for, but some things that you have love for, good things come to an end too, right? All good things come to an end, right? And that's the inevitable of life. And me to saying this, right? We all do this. There's a lot of people that say we all do this to die. So what's the point? But the point is you have a purpose, right? You were put on this point on this planet for a reason, right? You have something that you're good at. You have a skill. You have something about you that can connect with others, and you can have a community of people that serves with you. Or even if not, and you can feel the value of doing things yourself, you want to do things yourself, do that, right? But you have a purpose, right? Figure out what your purpose is. It takes time, right? I got some people that may be younger than my peer group, and they watching some of the kids, like I said, at school now, they've been finding my stuff. So just be careful what y'all see now, y'all. And he said, Coach Tony, this is where Coach Tony get to really talk his shit, all right? But really take that time, y'all. Really take that time. This is like I said, been like a little venting sessions because, like I said, it's been a lot that I've done, especially within the school year. It's been a journey. My first year fully into doing this and taking on that challenge for myself. It's been a lot. There's been a lot to learn. It's been a lot to learn, and the one thing about life, you can't be afraid to learn. You can't be afraid to continue to learn. There's always something to learn. You are not the end all be all. There's always something evolving. There's always the next level. There's always something going on, and you have to figure out how you can, stay educated, stay on top of that, right? So, with that being said, man, I feel like that's why I got let off this week because. Yeah, I appreciate y'all as a family, you know what I'm saying? This is the one thing I want to talk about as well, too, like people that, like I said, that have been able to, like I said, let me just say about the people that have accepted me to really say that, we want you to be on this camera and talk about things. We want you to be on this camera and give us things. I really appreciate y'all. Like y'all be saying I talk that real shit, and I appreciate y'all, right? It just comes from me going through real experiences. So, that's why, like I said, most of this comes from, things that I've done, I get from work or have experiences with, some of my friends or, acquaintances, some ladies, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? But it's all love. It's always gonna be love, because, just as much as, you guys may say, like, this is hard, like I'm saying, thank y'all for just even watching, right, for being there and connecting with me like that. It takes a village to, really grow, especially nowadays with, having to have, your group of people that's locked in with you. Like, I don't know. At some point, I feel like there's got to be a name, like just the real authentic, just the real genuine authentic people, man, right? Just the real genuine authentic people that come behind Speak Your Truth. Thank you. This is me saying thank you as well for taking time to listen to this, because I'm just someone that's out here just trying to continue to build my brand and continue to build what I got going on and show that I'm someone that's out here really trying to take life seriously and do things a certain way so that I'm setting things up and for success for myself, and so that way I can take care of my family, my community, and things like that. So we got some work to keep on doing, but the work we ain't never been scared of no work. All right, literally remember getting my hands dirty up in Pennsylvania because it's like you trying, like, that's how bad a nigga needs some money. You know what I'm saying? Like you go do some things, nothing crazy, of course. Like I gotta be pause that right quick. Let me just pause that, right? But I'm talking about, like, I was real live, like out in like some fields. You know what I'm saying? I was in some houses, some dirty houses, some old frat houses, cleaning, right? Trying to get some bread. I was trying to get to the bag, man. I was trying to figure out a way. So, from me hustling like that to me continuing hustling a different way like this, hustling literally on the basketball court, like my life is all about hustling. I'm gonna keep on hustling. So, for the ones that's tapped in and y'all hustling, keep hustling. Some hustle shout outs to Henry B. Styles. She was just in this joint, Double M Studios, and a lady, a woman, she been getting it in. So hopefully, hopefully y'all been tapped in. That's someone, like I said, a lot of y'all know, Henry from, around the way. Especially if I spent a year with her at Springbrook, if you know me, so that's cool. Been seeing her locking in and doing more and progressing more, with her career and her career path. So, just definitely shout out to her. Any other hustle shout outs, man. you know me. If you feel like I ain't call you out, you know what I'm saying? Just keep working. You know what I'm saying? Just keep working. Especially for the ladies. I'm trying to shout out to all the lady hustlers this month. Matter of fact, in the last video I got clipped to most of the lady hustlers that I did shout out. So shout out to I believe I shouted out Maya Moore. Right, she's been someone that's been supporting and she's been posting a lot of her reels lately. Someone from around the way. And so if you need some I guess it's beauty looks and hairstyle looks and everything like that from around the way, also, you know, you can tap in with her. Shout out to Amina, another woman I shouted out. She's been on the platform before. She's out here doing her thing. She's been connected with some artists. She's been things that she talked about on the podcast. She's putting it into real life, man. She ain't just out here just chatting and ain't talking shit. So, you know, shout out to her. And, you know, shout out to Nick too. Not a woman, but that's my dog. Shout out to Nick. You know what I'm saying? He's been going hard and ever since we dropped the podcast. So make sure if you haven't watched that full podcast yet, that's been doing this thing. That's been doing some good numbers. So make sure you lock in, watch some good games, especially if you're into, you know, trying to get that money in through the sports betting. All right, because that's been a lot of people's waves lately. So just go ahead and make sure you tap in, lock in with that. Yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, I feel better. I ain't gonna lie, but that just being able to talk with you, just through that and feel like I'm talking to y'all, like feel a little better about, you know, how things been going, man. Because, you know, this is something that I feel like I'm starting, like I said, I'm loving to do. So I ain't gonna keep holding y'all up, man. All right, it's been a good Tuesday. All right, please go like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. All right, it's always gonna be some love. It's always gonna be peaceful with me. You know what I'm saying? So make sure. Stay tuned for the summertime. All right. Stay tuned for the summertime. Y'all think, like I said, Society, March 16th, make sure you're there too. But if you think this, like this is just a warm up. All right. This is just a warm up. Summertime. We're going to be having hoops. We're going to be parties. We're going to be cookouts. We're going to be doing all types of shit, man. So make sure you're outside. All right. And we're going to definitely make sure I'm going to try to find a way to get some kid friendly events too. Make sure y'all know we try to look out for these kids, man. Let's make sure we can bring the environment for the kids back too, man. So, we're going to have some fun this summer, man. We're going to have some fun. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. Stay tuned. But, yeah, man, that's it. That's that. It's a wrap. And love y'all, man. See y'all next Tuesday.